Greetings one and all. How's everyone doing? Until I get in the way of the gorgeous view behind me. I'm going to spin the camera and show you guys where I am in a moment. But I'm actually out in the National Forest finally. I had some overtime today, but it was canceled. So boo on the no money. But hey, I got to come out to the woods. So it's just me today, solo trip, nobody else. It was spur of the moment. Nobody else could come or texted me soon enough, so here I am. And this video, I wanted to go over kind of a few things. And when I first started making videos, my goal was to get better with the ferrocerium rod, which I have with me. And you know, when I first came out, I only took my digital camera. So it's just me, and I take a bunch of pictures, and I posted them on Facebook, saying, you know, I'm trying to work with natural Tinder and just the ferrocerium rod. And I sought out a lot of advice, and when I started making videos on that camera, which the quality was pretty low, but I had a lot of suggestions from guys. You know, it's like, you know, use birch, use this, use that, use dry grass, and I finally was able to get out here, but I wanted to show you guys what I have to work with. So this will probably be 2, maybe 3-part, I think. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a tour. I'm gonna do a 360 so you can see what's going on, and then we're gonna go east. No, this is west, and I'm gonna walk that way for a while, and I'm gonna show you what's around as far as trees, tinder, and materials. And then I'm going to go east, and I'm going to do the same thing, and I might go across the street a little bit and show you around and show you what's over there and show you there's not a single birch tree anywhere, and that's kind of the point. But first I'm going to show you around. So here I'm right on the river, which the sun just popped out. I mean, look at that. Gorgeous. You got a little snow on the mountain still. Just gorgeous day. Clear water. A lot of mountain runoff. This is the Mount Baker Snoqualmie National Forest. And this is actually the kind of camping that I do, or dirt time as I like to call. There is a fire pit with scumbags in their damn trash. I wish people wouldn't do that. But there's nothing else here. There's no outhouse. There's my Jeep over here. And the road is right there. So as you can see, there's no outhouse, there's no picnic table, there is no nothing. There is just a fire ring surrounded by trees, and that's what we have to work with. And this is actually what I prefer when I come out. I don't need, you know, washer and dryer. Dirt. I don't need water hookups, because there's a river. I don't need, you know, picnic tables. They are nice, but I don't really need them. Nor do I want them, because I'll just bring a chair out and sit on it when I want to come out and relax. So we're going to do the west. This will probably be, I think, natural tinder search west, then the other one will be east, and then I'll do one that's north. So that'll probably be the 3 videos. So I wanted to show on video what I have to work with as far as, see, I've got grass here, but it's all green. Because, you know, it's springtime right now, and it's been sprinkling a little bit, so everything is wet. And this actually is it's a highly populated, popular area that people camp. And you know, there's a really nice tent spot right here, which is really nice. It used to be a way down to the river, but every winter it has a lot of wash away. So you can see how the river's just been washing away. There used to be a lot more bank here. Even the trail here was a lot wider. So we're gonna be careful as we go, because you know, here's my foot. Yeah, that would hurt. And my biggest concern, of course, would be, you know, hitting my head on a rock, which would really hurt. But I lost my train of thought. Oh, and breaking the camera, that would be bad. Very bad, because I won't be able to film anymore. So, alright. Of course, I gotta jiggle the camera, because that's kind of my trademark. Okay, so, first of all, with the number of people that come out here, there isn't a ton of firewood, because it's picked clean for the most part. We actually have brought our own wood sometimes, just because I don't want to cut down live trees, for one thing. And people will do a lot of this stuff where they'll cut off the tip because it's easier, and then let's leave all the rest. Which I do have a buck saw, but I didn't bring it with me, because I got wood in the car I can burn. But if you, let's take another look, see if you've got a lot of hemlocks, you can have a lot of pine trees, but not a lot, but I don't see a single birch tree. So that's going to be a major problem. No birch. Now there may be a good chance of getting some fat wood if I can find a nice downed pine. Maybe. Someone had a little fire over here. Oh, looks like you can get down to the water again. Looks like somebody knocked the bank down a bit, so that's good to know. Let's see. See, there's a lot of moss everywhere, but there isn't a ton of... Let's see, this stuff is all dry, so I could burn this. Although, yeah, I think it's just a limb that fell down. So this will be a good candidate for burning, because all these smalls, see, but they don't snap real readily. See how they're bending, but they're not snapping? So that tells you it's not totally dry. And then this stuff here, I can feel the moisture on it. So, not a lot of dry wood. But, if you notice, I'm not sure if that's a pine tree or not. I think it might be a hemlock. Kind of hard to tell because it's not in the best shape. It's not soaking wet. It has been kind of nice here and there, but damn tripod got stuck on the stuff. See, here might be a good candidate for Tinder. Let's see if it snaps. Nope, mostly bends. Anyway, I'm not looking for Tinder. I'm not looking for smalls. I'm looking for Tinder. And if you can, I'm gonna do a slow pan. It is gorgeous out here, don't get me wrong, but see, it'd be nice to come out here one day with just one very experienced outdoorsman. 'Cause I would love to just soak up all the info that person has, all the experience. Well, I couldn't soak up their experience, but I'd hope I'd soaked up their knowledge. Got a lot of blow down here. See, the problem with no Tinder, because I also don't really know what I'm looking for because I don't have that training. I mean, I could take a survival class, and there's one I'd like to take. I mean, I would love to take the Pathfinder Basics class, but he holds them in Ohio. It's like, well, you're not going to have rainforests in Ohio. You're going to have eastern woodlands, which I would love to go visit someday, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Maybe someday I will take that basics class just because it looks really interesting. I bet I'd learn a lot too, but I wouldn't learn anything about the rainforest because Ohio isn't in a rainforest. I hope you guys are getting a good view of this. Everything is just moss covered. And this is pretty much what you're going to run into. Everything is moss covered. Everything is wet. It's a popular campsite, so it's fairly pick clean. I think this is hemlock tree based on the needles. But I don't see any like little pine cones, so I don't think it's a western hemlock. I'll check my book. I believe it's just a hemlock tree though. I also have to be careful about being out here because I realized on the drive up here I didn't tell anyone where I was going, so, which is very silly of me. This here is an alder. I know that for a fact because you're going to run into lots of alder trees, but no tulip poplar. Some salmonberry bushes, which are actually quite tasty, but they're not. It's still early spring. We got some lichen. This actually feels kind of dry. I might grab some of this. I had a gentleman recommend lichen, so it actually felt dry enough to burn, I think. Well, apparently you can hold it to your face. It does feel a little cool though, but I'm going to shove it in my pocket here. See if my pocket will dry it out. Alright. Getting deeper and deeper. Hope you guys are getting a good view of what I'm seeing. It's really hard to, I look back at my videos and I can tell the pictures and video never really do it justice. There's a lot of wow, it's a really old fire pit. I mean, it's so old that moss grew over the logs. That's funny. See, I'm still not seeing a whole ton of, I haven't seen a single birch tree anywhere. Which adds to my problem. So when guys say, oh, just use some birch. Now, I did find some birch, but they were planted. And I did strip a bunch of it. So I do have some. Excuse me. Excuse me again. I've actually never gone this far before, so. Feel free to leave a comment or something saying, hey, you walked right past such and such at such and time. Because again, I missed it. Untrained eye. Oh, look, a little pond over here. That's kind of cool. Everything being so wet too, like everything's on the ground and stuff is wet. So getting a fire going would be difficult. I mean, not impossible, but very difficult. And then just over here, there are some structures. There's a little shed here. Looks like a house or something over here. Another roofed house over here. So I think I'm gonna not go any farther. But yeah, no birch trees. Not a one. Which is why in my video I said I feel like I won the lottery because I found birch. But it was planted and not naturally grown. This is what I'm talking about when I say I don't have a lot of materials to work with. Well, that is one big branch. Oh, it's a whole tree. That's crazy. Goes all the way up. Comes all the way back down. Actually breaks pretty easy too. It's all up in the air. I'm not sure what kind of tree that is. Because it's covered in moss and there are no leaves. Another car. See, one nice thing about being out in this area too is that, you know, if I fell and got hurt right now, if I fell on this moss or something and I got injured in some way, as long as I'm conscious, I can crawl to the road. So it's almost a good place for beginners too. Because I can just crawl out to the road and maybe flag down a car. I mean, I'm even not even that far from my car, so depending how badly I was hurt, I'm able to get to my car very easy. Looks like someone's been busy hacking. I'm actually on my way to the road right now. So if a very loud car goes by, my apologies in advance, but I wanted to show you guys the side of the road in case someone says, well, you could get dry grass on the side of the road, Mark. Well, we'll see about that. I've been wanting to do this video for a while because I wanted to show you guys what I was experiencing and what I see when I'm out here. One of the reasons I say I don't have a lot of access to a lot of Tinders that was suggested by a lot of you guys. I mean, they're great suggestions, but, you know, I'm out here in the street. There's my Jeep way down there. It's the Mount Loop Highway in Granite Falls. So here's the side of the road, which I think they maintain and cut back to keep the road clear. So there's a lot of greenery, but no grass. A little bit of lichen hanging right there, but I'm not going to go down there to get it. Oh, here comes a car, so it'll probably get loud here in a minute. Not entirely sure how long this part has been, but let's take a look at the other side. This way is going north, and it's just a lot of the same thing. Gorgeous, but wet. Looks like a little, maybe a game trail. See, it's hard to tell tracks either because that's all they're stepping on. Oh, this This kind of looks like maybe something was walking here, but that could be people looking for firewood too. So now we're on the north side. Got a little pond over there, or it could just be a pool from all the snow melt too. So maybe someday I'll have to come up here when it's snowing, and or during the winter. But I don't have a four-wheel drive, so even though I have a Jeep, I don't have a four-wheel drive. I think I have like the one non-four-wheel drive. So see, everything on the ground is just soaking wet. See, that's just sopping wet. Moss covered. Yeah, I think it's just a little snow runoff pool. It's kind of neat though. Huge tree here. So yeah, so these are my woods. There was a show on Discovery, I think it was, a dude up in the Olympic Forest. But the show just looked so TV-ish. I really didn't see a whole lot of learning value in it, which is really disappointing because I finally saw a show in my state and then they skimped on any learning, which really disappointed me. Some of you guys might know what I'm talking about, but I don't want to say the name of the show at least on video. So yeah, these are my woods. So see, some guys come up here and they cut down a bunch of firewood and then they sell it on the road back. They have like bundles for sale you can buy for $5-6 each. But I'll just come out and cut my own wood. There's a tree right here that's fallen. I have absolutely no idea how old that tree has been sitting, how long that tree's been sitting there. So it might not even be good anymore. It might just be all dead. So yeah, if I had a buddy with me or something, I'd probably go a little deeper and do more of a scout. There's actually another buddy of mine who was talking about taking us to a different location that I've actually never been to, so it sounds promising. Alright. Well, I guess I'll make it a two-part and just do the east and then the north. And then I'm going to walk back to the car and then head south and show you guys what I see south. And then proceed with the video making, because I've got I got a couple videos in store I'm going to be doing before I go home. I wish I was spending the night, but I've got plans tomorrow, so that's going to be a no-go. Although I did pack. I could spend the night if I had to, but I probably wouldn't be super comfortable. But I think I'm going to do a what's in my pack vid, so keep an eye out for that. I might do it first and just link it in this video maybe. Although I think I just committed myself to doing that, so. I feel a lot of water right here, but I wouldn't dare drink it just because I don't know what they put on the roads. They could spray the whole bank with weed killer and, to keep the brush back from the road. So I wouldn't dare drink it. I'm just walking back to the Jeep now, so excuse me again. Looks like there's some sun clearing through the woods there. It's probably a pond. But I'm still not seeing any usable Tinders. Unless you can light moss. But I don't know if you can light moss or not. A little pond full of skunk cabbage. And then there's these things. I don't know if you can burn these or not. They feel like really soft. Maybe somebody will tell me what they are. I actually have no idea what these things are. Guess I'll go and show you the little pond here real quick. It's probably not even a pond. It's probably... No, it might be a pond if there's skunk cabbage though. And there it is. The skunk cabbage. So I see cedar, but as I've already shown on video, cedar, for me, just not a good tinder. Well, I saw another guy in video using it, and he had success, but I don't know what he did differently than I did. I should bug him for a video. Hey, make me a video. So they always cut down the, cut all the vegetation back. There's some. See, now I would say, so I know this is alder branches, which snaps pretty easy. But I'll tell you from experience, this stuff doesn't burn very well. I don't know if it's just the bark or the wood itself. I tried using it as tinder before. It doesn't do too good, at least for me. And once you have your fire going, you have a good hot bed of coals. I mean, you can just throw it on there and it'll burn, but starting a fire is a real pain in the butt. Nice, sun's popping out again. The weather reports are saying rain tonight too, so. And as I've made very clear, I do not like being out when it's raining. I don't enjoy it. You know, I like to come out here and enjoy myself. I mean, if I have my tent and I get a little sprinkling overnight, I can live with that. But I'm not going to make it a point to go out when it's just raining all the time. It's hard to get fire going. It's hard to keep a fire going. It's hard to do anything when it's raining. It's just constantly coming down. And I just don't enjoy being out there like that. So, yeah. When you can't pack for it and you can't prepare for the rain, I'd just rather not. To me, it's just a big downer. Plus, you gotta walk around everywhere in rain gear or get soaked. Then you're gonna drag all the moisture in your tent with you. I mean, I have a good tent, which you'll see hopefully soon when I get around to getting a video for it. But yeah, I'll pass in the rain. Well, cool. So this is going to be part 1. Stay tuned for part 2 or 2. I'm going to walk the other direction now. So I love these sites that have just, or close to the road, because they're great places to come practice. You can still get out. You can still practice your skills, your fire making, your tinder searching. And yeah. So now I'm going to end here and go this way. So thanks for watching, guys. Part 1. Stay tuned for part 2 coming out maybe a couple days, maybe the next day. Depends how busy I am. So, yeah, we're going that way now. This way. I almost feel like I was spending the night out here now. Next time.